Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Spring Piston Rifle Fever. as many of you know, I got a deer this morning, which was very cool. Got my boy out today, and I thought it'd be fun to bring him out for a video. And this is to consider before you go out and buy an air rifle. For anyone, this Hetson 125 is a gigantic air rifle. It's actually 49.5 inches long. I'm about 6 foot tall, so you can see I can reach out to there, and my full outreach is out there. So this is a big rifle, and it's not something you want to buy for youth ever, unless you're going to cock it for them every time. So this is a very big rifle. It's not easy to control. It's kind of front heavy, so if they had this in a wooden stock, I think it'd be a little bit better. It's got lots and lots of power. This is capable of almost 30 foot-pounds of energy when tuned right. So I'm just going to let you see the size of these rifles that I've picked out. And I was thinking also about around Christmas time, buying break barrels, air rifles for youth, what to consider. So I have Christopher, my son here, he's 13, and stand up once, Christopher, so you can see about how big he is. So he's not really big, he's stout, but he's not really big. So I just want to show you several different rifles I have here with him shooting. And before you go out and buy something that says 1,300 feet per second, you better consider the shooter and even yourself. You can sit down. So he can shoot this and he has fun with it, but it's still very, very big. So the safety's got to be pushed or pulled. Here, I'll get it for you. There you go. It's red hot. Let me angle that camera down a tiny bit more. So yeah, I just drilled a can right there. So yeah, this is fun for him, but you, Dad, are going to have to cock it for him every time. And for him to stand up and shoot this by himself, stand up once, Christopher. All right, Christopher, shoot the rifle. Put her on fire, it's right there. Just shoot, you don't have to shoot it perfect. Squeeze the trigger. It's going to be really hard for him to hit his target with his very mammoth sized break barrel air rifle. So next up, what we have is a much more, go ahead, sit down. It's a much shorter, much compact rifle. And I really like these compact rifles. I think they fit great. They're great for shooting. They pull up to your shoulder quick. It's easy. The buttstock isn't super long, and it works great. So I'll have to load some for him. Hold on to it so it don't fall. I will still have to cock and load this rifle for him, because cocking is not easy on this one. This is not a sub 12 foot-pound spring piston rifle. This is about a 16 foot-pounds, and he's going to need me to cock it for him. Still not a youth air rifle. Close it up. I also want to add, Big Dan was doing a review between the HW97 and the TX200, and he said that the 97, which was the synthetic stock version, wasn't balanced very well. So if you get a woodstock version, HW97, I'm sure it's going to balance just like this HW77. Perfect. This rifle, it balances perfect. And it works great if you take the safety off. So I will cock this and Christopher can shoot it. This will be his first time shooting the HW77, I believe, that I can recall. Loading the HW77 is harder than loading a break barrel air rifle. That trying to get a pellet in there, especially when your fingers are cold. Here you go, buddy. So you got to push that safety in there. So the trigger is going to be much lighter, Christopher. The trigger is much lighter in this HW77. This is a high quality trigger. And he just shot a spinner, no problem. The smallest one, the little one. We'll let him shoot it one more time. So this takes some practice getting pellets up into the breech. But other rifles I would say that would be comparable to this, that are not at the same price point or quality, would be like your Crosman Optimus, something like that. That would still not be for the younger shooter, but it would fit somebody else better as an adult. Those Super Magnums, those NPXLs from Benjamin, which is Crosman, they're going to be much harder to shoot. They're going to be big, heavy rifles. Here you go, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, he's shooting this tiny little spinner, probably close to 20 yards here. He's having fun dinging that. So now we got the next rifle. Oh, go ahead, grab that, Christopher. The HW30. Now this is a perfect youth break barrel air rifle. He's got his gloves on right now, so I don't think he's going to be able to load it. Can you cock it, Christopher? Give it a slap. Harder. Put it down lower. Don't take your glove off.
There.
I need to get Christopher working out more. I'm going to load the pellet because he's got the gloves, and thankfully he's holding on to the barrel for me. All right. So you can see how this youth break barrel air rifle fits Christopher much better, and something to consider. I got him that Stoeger S3000-C. That's a great, fun little rifle. Other ones to consider, I can't hardly say the Hatsan Alpha because he didn't work out for us. We couldn't get it on target, but I think it's DG Outdoors. Forgive me if I didn't say the first two letters right. He did a Tyro, a Crosman Tyro, which is a youth break barrel air rifle, and it looks like a lot of fun. So don't discount these youth break barrel air rifles. He can cock this no problem, but he's struggling today. He's got his gloves on and a lot of clothes. Believe it or not, it's cold out here right now in South Dakota. It's probably 20 degrees. So try grabbing ice cold barrel shooting in 20-degree weather. But this rifle is going to fit him much better. Even for an adult, there's nothing wrong with this. Some people seem to be almost somewhat upset that I had this air rifle and did a review on it. They said, oh, that's for a junior. You know what? This is for whoever wants to shoot it. To me, this is a lot of fun, and this is about 7 foot-pounds of energy. And that might not sound like a whole lot, but at 20 yards, it'll kill any squirrel with a headshot. It'll kill any rabbit with a headshot. No more artillery hold for me. Those days are gone, unless I'm shooting from a bag. But I just wanted to do this little video for you, and I hope it's worthwhile. I hope it's decent and good, and it's can give you some ideas before you think about getting some giant Super Magnum. If you shoot a rabbit in the head with a Hatsan 125 and you shoot a rabbit in the head with an HW30S spring piston rifle within 20 yards, both are going to equal dead rabbit, but one's going to be much easier to handle than that. Same way with the HW77. This one is going to be 1,000 times easier to hunt with than the Hatsan 125 or even the HW80. The thing with this one is it's compact and it comes to the shoulder easy and fast, and it's easy to get on target. And those are factors that are going to be more important to you for hunting situations than whether you got a 30 foot-pound spring piston rifle or a 16 foot-pound spring piston rifle, or our friends over in Britain or Europe, where you have lower foot-pounds of energy. These are going to be the better tools, in my opinion, than a giant Magnum spring piston rifle. Magnum spring piston rifles have their place. I think they could excel at hunting prairie dogs and gophers out in an open field. We're out in open field right now, and we're just having fun dinging and stuff, and we just came out and took this opportunity to shoot these, and next we're going to go get some pizza and go home. So you like the video, give us a like, or me a like, question, comment, subscribe. God bless every one of you. This will probably be on Christopher's channel too if he wants it. His channel is Christopher's Wild Adventures. I'll put a link down in the description of my channel. So God bless every one of you, and you have a great day.